That's the sound of the beast. Who the fuck these niggas think they dealing with? Got the ISIS flow, I been killing shit. Got the ice in the snow, I been whipping shit. Couple cars on the lot like a dealership. Yeah, letting nigga with an attitude. Came up off the block to off that.
Welcome back to Faded Truth. Today I have Marino Fernandez on the show, also known as Vinny Valentino, in the upcoming movie Bully, The Dead Don't Die. What's up, Mr. Fernandez? How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, and
He's a member of the Italian mob.
affiliated member, Italian mob in the Bronx. He's an interesting character. You know, he's kind of a multi-layered. He's Sal's security at the club, security in all of Sal's legitimate businesses. Behind the scenes, he's kind of the mastermind, plans out all the different heists and all the criminal activity that Sal's group engages in. And then there's a third layer having to do with his past, him on a personal level.
I've got a person on the inside who gave me a tip. They're making a big pickup at 6 a.m. the morning of, which means we got to get there early. 5:30 at the latest.
So fuck it, let's go now.
Oh wait, man, it's too many casualties. That place closes at 5 a.m. By then, everybody's gone. There's nobody left. There's just a handful of employees, you know, that clean the place up and close the place. One of them is my person on the inside.
Oh yeah? And who's your person on the inside? What's his name?
Lisette.
Huh? You got a guy on the inside named Lisette?
Her name is Lisette.
Her name.
Vinny has come up with a plan. It's going to involve that crew there. He's putting together a plot to hit Santos's club. Now, on the surface of it, hitting a club sounds like a very, petty crime. But there's more to the scene. You have to see the scene to see why they want to hit that club and why Vinny is strong about hitting that club. And he obviously has a plan, and he has someone on the inside that's going to help them out.
Who are you actually connected with most? Like, who are you with all the time on set?
Vinny Trotta, Gene DeNapoli, Rob Solis.
What's the biggest difference in Marino's personality and Vinny's personality?
The fact that he's meticulous and thought out and plans ahead of time, that's definitely like me. But then there's this whole other aspect of Vinny. I had to draw upon other people that I've come across in my life. Violent aspect of him, the criminality, the deceit. As you go through life, you come in contact with so many people, and you see different personalities and different things that you can actually draw upon that and utilize it in the character.
But you fit the role really well, and you're not even Italian, right? Because you look Italian.
Yeah, I look Italian. I probably sound Italian. And my name, my first name anyway, is certainly very Italian, Marino, right? But I'm actually half Cuban, half Dominican.
Wow.
So it's funny because the character Vinny, his father is Italian from Sicily. His mother is Puerto Rican, and she's Puerto Rican black, and he's Italian white. So Vinny actually grew up kind of an interracial home. As a result of that, Vinny got picked on quite a bit, got into a lot of fights. As Vinny got older, started taking up weight training.
Do we see this story though? Do we see this story happen?
That's the backstory. I think this is something that'll come out later on in the next movie.
Okay.
One thing that Alex allowed us to do, which is terrific, and any actor would appreciate this, is Alex kind of allowed you to come up with your, he gave you kind of a framework, and then he allows you to come up with your own backstory. And that's important for any actor because you want to be able to get into your character and appreciate where they came from.
This is your first role?
This is my first role, certainly my first speaking role. I did extra parts in other movies, and I did a couple of videos for Rob Solis. That's how he and I met.
The music videos I saw that you did with him. So the one you're drugged in the car. You're just like laying there like.
To me you're so special, girl. I'ma show you better than I can tell you, girl. To me you're so special, girl.
Yeah, my mom wasn't too happy about that one. My mom says, like, you look like you're dead, but I wasn't dead. I was knocked out. But the way I was able to get that role and the way I actually wound up with this role is that a friend of mine, his name is Craig Thomas Ravella. He actually played the role of Vito Genovese in the AMC special, The Making of the Mob. He actually was asked to do the video with Solis, but he couldn't do it because he actually had an audition for that show Gotham, which actually got the part. He called me the night before and he said, I have this video shoot I can't make it. You want to do it. They're looking for someone to play the role of a cop. Within 3 hours, I had to color my goatee. I had to like find out the right clothes to wear. I showed up on the set and I was in this video, and that's where I met Rob Solis, and we hit it off
Was
right
that
away.
your first audition?
That was my first video that I've ever done. I did a movie back in 2009. It was called Trophy Kids. And I got that role from a neighbor of mine. His name is Tibor Feldman. He was actually in Devil Wears Prada. He actually played Meryl Streep's boss. He's done a lot of roles. And one day I just ran into the elevator and he says to me, hey, you know, you're turning 40. Is there anything in life that you haven't done yet? And I said, you know what? I've always had this artistic bent, but I've never put it into use. Given where I am at this stage of my life, I have all these experiences and I want to kind of have an outlet for that. And I was considering acting. And he said to me, hey, why don't you sign up and do an acting class? And I looked at him like, don't you have to like try out for that stuff? He's like, no, you can go to HB Studio, which is down on Bank Street in Manhattan. He goes, you can do a class there and just, you know, experience what that's all about. So I took his advice. I signed up. I was there for 2 years. I studied under Michael Beckett, and it was one of the best experiences that I've ever had in my life. It was a great outlet for me.
So what do you mean when you say that great acting is like great sex?
It's more like intimacy. So for me, what I enjoy in terms of my intimate relationships, I also find that it serves me well in acting. So for example, listening is a big part of any intimate relationship. Being in the moment, being present, trying new things, open-minded, taking risks, things like that, being vulnerable.
What's your favorite scene in Bully?
Scene that you showed where we're all around the table and kind of we're plotting out the heist. And the reason I like that is because everyone is involved. It's kind of a window to the viewer of the next series. You know, again, the Little Bronx Big Italy. Lulu Lopez, who played Lisette in the movie. She's
her.
actually, yeah, she's great.
That's
She's
fun.
actually my mistress, my girlfriend. My first screen kiss was supposed to be in this movie. Alex had kind of prepped me. He said, listen, and I had never met Lulu. And he said to me, you're going to have this, kiss on the set. Are you okay with that? And I said, sure. And so when I get on the set, he actually says to me and Lulu, you know what, guys, I don't think we need to do this kiss. I don't think it's necessarily part of the screen. And Lulu and I kind of looked at each other and we said, no, we should do the kiss, you know. So it was great. So I was able to do the kiss with her. She was terrific, and made me totally relaxed, and it was a lot of fun. So that was one of my favorite scenes because it was my first ever.
Was that when you were in the
on-screen
kitchen?
kiss. That's the one.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that was you in there. She didn't.
What the fuck? I'm getting my money.
Hurry
Lovey
up.
dovey shit.
Baby, remember what we talked about? I go to
No.
bed now.
No, you're not. Listen, I'll close my eyes. I'll pretend I'm asleep. Do not hit me.
Funny,
She
yeah,
said she was
you'll-
dating a
you'll-
bad guy, but she didn't tell me it was you.
Yeah, I'm the bad guy. It was so gritty and so real because a lot of these actors and actresses actually live in the Bronx or live in the inner cities.
Right.
And the charisma was terrific.
It's just
Fun
a
on
lot
the
of
set.
real ass people in this movie. I love it.
Exactly.
Like it's
Exactly.
just everyone's just like family, and I love it. So, what's your
100%.
Tansy story?
I have a secret love affair with Tanzania Hughie. She was great to me. When I went to do what they call like the table read, I did this one scene along with Rob Solis. And I didn't know how I'd performed. That was actually my first audition ever. And Tanzania looked at me. Did you go to acting school? And I said, I did, but I just went to HB Studio. It was only for a couple of classes and stuff. And she said to me, you were very understated. And she goes, you have something special. And then she took her hand, she ran it across my shoulder and my tricep, turned around and walked away. And that
Ooh,
little
Tansy.
gesture, yeah, and that little gesture from her, those few words, that planted a seed in me that gave me incredible confidence for this role and made me feel like, you know what, I can do anything. And I really feel that way.
Shout out to you, Tansy, and your good energy.
Absolutely.
You drink Henny on set.
So Rob went ahead and went against all the rules of acting school and poured real Hennessy. And I would tell you that that is one of the best scenes in the movie. Everybody was so authentic. It was a lot of fun. And at the end of the scene, Rob and I were standing by the doorway, and Alex looked at both Ree and Rob, and we looked at him, and Alex goes, I'm so fucked up, and just walked past us. And we said, man, I hope this scene comes out okay. And actually, when you see it, it's a great scene.
Who's your favorite actors
My favorite all-time actor is Al Pacino. I think he's terrific. The way he approaches acting and the things he says about acting and the way he talks about it. Leonardo DiCaprio is terrific. I love him.
I love him.
I love him. Jessica Chastain and Amy Adams. I'm partial to redheads, obviously. They're terrific. And Denzel. You got to love Denzel.
Are you going to keep pursuing acting after this? Do you have anything upcoming?
Little Bronx, Big Italy. That's supposed to start shooting in the fall. So we're looking forward to that. Thanks to Alex. I really give him credit because he posted a lot of the videos of the scenes that I was in. And I have had some inquiries and I've gotten 2 things sent over to me.
Yeah, it's all about networking.
Absolutely.
You know, you never know who's going to see it. So what's your favorite thing to do when you're not prepping for a movie?
I enjoy working out. I call it recreational bodybuilding, kind of picking a goal. So if I'm going to have a movie coming up, I kind of structure everything around that, or a wedding coming up, or I'm going on a Caribbean vacation. I also live right near Central Park, so I have a husky, a Siberian husky that I like to take for walks in Central Park, so I enjoy that.
What is your best life advice?
Follow your passion. I know that's something that's cliche and everybody says, but it's absolutely the truth.
Yeah.
And absolutely follow whatever it is. And if you're worried about making money, don't worry about it. Because if you really have a passion for what you do and accomplishes what you want it to accomplish, you'll be able to make a living out of it. I fully believe that. If you're interested in film, what I would recommend to folks is to try their best to get involved as an extra. You actually get the real life experience of being on a set and seeing the cameras and the wires and the lights and all the people. And you get paid for it too.
Okay, Marino, thank you so much for being here. We're going to see you as Vinny Valentino, the Italian mobster.
Thank you, Ange, for the opportunity. And thanks for being my first ever podcast. I will never forget you. You were etched in my memory and in my heart.
That
so thank
cherry.
you. Absolutely. Twice.
Damn, I'm powerful.
Very. So thank you. I really appreciate it.
All right, guys. Well, until next time, peace out.
You know what it is. Couple black mans, black gloves for the league.